Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Cynical Git first impression. Yeah, this probably be my first and maybe last first impression vid, but got a lot to say about this game because it really kind of surprised me because, you know, when I first heard about the premise for Assassin's Creed Rogue, it was like, wow, that sounds bloody cool because, you know, we've been like Assassins for like a gazillion games now, but, you know, we're going to be Templars, and if you ever played AC3, you know, they actually introduced the concept that perhaps, you know, the Templars are not like two-dimensionally evil. Well, not unless you're Charles Lee. Now that guy was blatantly two-dimensionally evil. But anyway, let's get the show on the road. Yeah, again, this is a first impression, so it's not like a complete, total, comprehensive review. But put about 8-9 hours in, and maybe, just maybe, you may want to check this out. But anyway, let's get going. Yo. Yep, stylized load screens, which Unity doesn't have. Just saying, you know, it has a black screen and a nice little thing in the corner saying loading, which, I don't know, very next gen, isn't it? Yep. Moving faster, little waves. And here we are. This is Assassin's Creed Rogue, and yeah, a couple of facts. The version I'm playing at the moment is the PlayStation 3 version, which I think isn't going to be as good as the Xbox 360 version, because it's a well-known fact that the 360 has just that tiny little bit extra RAM, and yeah, just always runs that little bit better, and is, well, you know, that it was the lead platform for the last gen. So anyway, but generally speaking, you know, frame rate wise, and yeah, this was the massive issue I had with Unity, which is why, which is just really what put me off the game. Well, besides a couple of other things, was just essentially the frame rate. But this does not really run that bad at all. You know, we spin it around. Yeah, it's kind of okay. You know, when I was like, again, yeah, sorry to keep harping back and forth to Unity, but with Unity, when you turn the camera around, it was, you know, jerky as hell and was like physically making me sick. Whereas this is actually kind of manageable. Mind you, on YouTube, when I probably upload this, it's going to probably look a lot worse than it actually is. And of course, the record of this is not going to be anywhere that good. But anyway, first things first. So what's in this game then? Well, yeah, you know, the most lazy thing I'm going to probably say is, yeah, if you like Black Flag, you'll probably like this game, blah blah blah. But yeah, there's no getting around it. This game is really just Black Flag, but they put a couple of really cool features in this game, which, you know, I was actually thinking I kind of missed, and they just put it back in, like, such as yeah, was it the renovate feature, where, you know, when you conquer a territory, you literally can just renovate it, and then, you know, you get a little steady supply of income. Because I actually kind of really missed that when it was in like Revelations. But anyway, yeah, let's do something. Let's yeah. Ah, yeah, you notice the screen's going all blank. Yeah. This is a cool new feature in this game, because your opponents are like, they're like assassins now. So when you start hearing this magic whisper, that means these things called stalkers are around. So yeah, you got that little magic compass there, and the closer you get, the more full it gets. And yeah, you just use your eagle vision to like hunt them out. Stabby. Yeah, rather interesting little quirk about this game. Yeah, you notice. Hold up, he hasn't got. Yeah, Shay hasn't got a hood on, but when you go into a restricted zone. Wait a minute. Hold up. Let's do that again. Go into the restricted zone. Oh look, he's doing the animation as if he has a hood, even though he doesn't have a hood, which kind of smells of we're just reusing the animations from Black Flag. But I know for a fact that, in all honesty, because I was highly skeptical they were just reusing tons and tons of assets. There are actually a couple of new animations, because I was actually cynical that the reason why Shay dual wields is because they're just reusing the engine that was from AC3/Black Flag, where, yeah, both those characters were dual wield fighting. But in all honesty, the way Shay fights is just, again, there's some new animation and stuff like that. And some of the parkour has even got some new animations, you know, because I do parkour and stuff. Yeah, I noticed he does, yeah, a vertical tic-tac. Anyway, right. Right, much editing later since, yeah, there's no way in hell I can do all this in one take since, yeah, you can hear, I'm pretty sure you can hear me mumbling and stuff. But yeah, we're going to take on this gang headquarters. Now the thing about this gang mechanic is pretty much, it's pretty much the tower mechanic of this game since, well, you could argue Black Flag was, yeah, the fort was a tower mechanic, but now you've got a tower mechanic on top of a tower mechanic, which I guess is that's kind of good, I guess. It's more options. Much editing later. Yeah, just like in the multiplayer game, you get. Wow, this is really hard. Yeah, just like in the multiplayer game. Once you start hearing these whispers, that means a stalker is about. Just like that. Door! I do believe you're dead. I like that. Anyway, this is the gang headquarters, who are like, yeah, the criminal affiliates of the assassins, which, yeah, kind of does put the assassins in a pretty bad light since up into this bit they were like, they were just goody two shoes, but now, yeah, that's probably one of the strengths of Rogue is it, yeah, because somebody has said, which is what interests me, that this probably has got, one of the better stories of the Assassin's Creed games, because my one major issue that I actually had with Black Flag was, well, the lack of lore. It was just a case of, I'm Edward Kenway, I'm a pirate, I'm gonna steal stuff, let's do some pirate history, and somehow this would link up to what happened in AC3. How? Well, yeah, it didn't, and that's kind of why I stopped playing Black Flag, since the lore was just, not with it. Whereas the thing about this game is, this is just really interesting to me, because this is both a prequel to AC3, but then a sequel to Black Flag, which I don't think that's ever happened in AC3. Well, it happened in the AC series in general. So, anyway, so then, my final conclusions. Well, yeah, I like this game probably because it actually sorts out the problem I had with Black Flag, which was, yeah, the lore was just really lacking. But I know lore is a really subjective thing to many people. But mechanically speaking, yeah, this is pretty identical to Black Flag. But again, that might not necessarily be a bad thing, because if you really enjoyed Black Flag and just wanted more of it, then yeah, you definitely got this in the game. Otherwise, the negative is, yeah, the same problem. It's more Black Flags. The combat is, well, it's pretty much what you expect from Assassin's Creed. The only real noticeable difference I've noticed is just about everybody in this game now has a firearm, so if you try to like run, you're gonna probably get shot in the back and stuff. So, because whereas like in AC3 and maybe Black Flag, if I vaguely remembered, you clearly had, the brutes, and you clearly had the people with rifles and stuff. But otherwise, yeah, look at it. It's really lazy to say, yeah, if you like Black Flag, you'll probably enjoy this, blah blah blah, and it's, but yeah, this game does. Yeah, this game does have a handful of new features. I mean, what was it? For starts, you can now get boarded if you're in ships. What else is there? Couple of minor things, but overall, I think it's a solid game. It's not, it's not by any means innovative in any way. But I personally really want to press on playing this game. Again, haven't completed yet, just because the lore is just a lot more interesting, and Shay is just a really likable character. I mean, the only one negative I probably got against the character is his accent is just a tad phony in places, but no, really, I think this is a pretty solid game, and definitely worth your attention. And I picked for this particular copy. I picked up in the Black Friday sales, traded in a couple games, 20 quid, which I can justify a hell of a lot more than paying £50 for a so-called next generation game that is running worse than, say, AC3 and has a frame rate of, well, again, you probably know what game I'm talking about, and turns out the lore isn't actually that great either. But anyway, I'll let you draw your own conclusions, but personally, I like this game, and I personally reckon you should definitely give it a chance. And that's the end of this first impressions. I hoped you had liked it, or I wasted your time. Other than that, adios. See ya.